12 million views the past 48 hours, 11 million here, 21 million here, 6 million, 9 million, 5 million, 4 million. You guys get the idea. We're running a buttload of channels right now that's getting a really high 48-hour mark because we're pulling billions of views every single month. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly how you can get a 10 million plus view hour 48-hour mark because it's pretty difficult to achieve this. But if you know the right steps and you follow the right instructions to be able to hit this, you can consistently do this over the entire month. Because a lot of the students we're working with right now kind of hit this point where they want to hit 10 million views in the past 48 hours, but they don't actually get there because they don't know the right instructions. So in this video, I'm going to explain everything you need to know. Also, this is day 4 of the View Maximizing Bootcamp. Let's get straight into it. And before you guys say this is fake, I'm going to open see more for each of these channels so you can see also it loads here. I can show you if I hover over this is all the views here for every single one of these channels, just so you can get an idea, just to make sure you guys know that, everything we're doing here is real. Because a lot of people don't think this is possible, getting 20 million views in the past 40 hours. We've had channels get 60 million views in 48-hour marks before, and it is very easy once you actually understand the steps. So really, I hope this video helps. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing we need to do is set a goal of what we actually want to hit. So if our goal here is 10 million views in 48 hours, right? 10 million views in 48 hours, then we need to understand what do we actually need to do to break this down. So this is actually 5 million views in 24 hours, or this is basically having one viral video every single day. Right? So to consistently get viral videos, which is really the key to achieving this 10 million view 48-hour mark, you need to understand how to increase your trust score and how to maximize for views. Because a lot of people, they maximize for other metrics like comments or subscribers, or they maximize for engagement. That does not get you views, because at the end of the day, we're paid through one metric. It's the amount of views you generate is the amount of money we make. Right? So in this video, I'm explaining more how to actually view maximize your channel rather than maximize for other metrics. So if we go back to this channel here, you can see that at the beginning of this channel, when I started working with this student specifically, we were at around 1 million views in the first couple of days of us working together, and we scaled it up consistently over time. Now, if you can see, what we started doing is we started uploading more and more videos every single day, right? So when we started uploading more and more videos every single day, you can't see it here actually because it's here. Let me go the past 90 days and you can see it a little better here. So you can see here, this is when he was not uploading every single day. Then we started doing quantity and quality combined, and we start scaling it up. Now, how do you recognize what is your quality and quantity, and how do you actually get that metric to really understand what you need to do to improve, right? Because at the end of the day, you want actionable steps here. So what you should do is first look at your video analytics and then look at the retention of your videos, right? Because at the end of the day, if we want to get the most amount of views, we were awarded these views from YouTube, right? So YouTube's algorithm will determine if a video is going to get pushed out to the algorithm to get more views. Now, why does YouTube actually push out videos to get views? It's because YouTube wants to make money. Right? So you need to understand that if you want to get views, you need to have the mindset that we're going to help the YouTube algorithm make more money, because at the end of the day, YouTube is a business. The YouTube algorithm is going to push out videos that makes them money. If it makes them money, then it'll push out to more people, right? Because I got this question the other day from one of my students as well that was asking like, hey, Devin, where do you see the future of YouTube going with all this AI stuff happening right now, right? Because there's so much different stuff happening with AI, and there's so much different people who are uploading AI slop, and they're getting millions of views. So what's the direction you see YouTube going? And I told him it's going in the direction that makes them the most amount of money, right? Because YouTube is a business, it's a corporation, they need to make more money. If you make videos that make them more money, you will get awarded views, because views, again, equal money. Right? So how does YouTube actually make money from views? So you need to understand that YouTube makes money through views through Google Ads, right? So there's people like me and you who can actually go on Google Ads, right? And they can pay for ad placements on Google. So Google Ads are awarded to these people who do the ad placements. YouTube gets a cut of the revenue, and then after they get the cut of the revenue, this is where RPM becomes a thing. When our RPM is generated, YouTube takes a 45-55 split, with us being in favor here to make the most amount of money possible, right? So this is kind of how YouTube makes money and how we make money, right? We make money because YouTube is making money as well. YouTube is not just randomly gifting us dollars, right? We're making the money. Advertisers are making money because of ad placements. Okay, now that you understand this, how do we actually get to the 10 million view 48-hour mark, right? Well, look at the analytics that actually get you views rather than getting vanity metrics, right? So if you don't know what a vanity metric is, a vanity metric, right? I'm just going to put V metrics here. A vanity metric is a metric that is awarded to you through YouTube's algorithm for example, engagement, but doesn't actually make them money, right? For example, subscribers is a vanity metric, right? Because if you subscribe to a channel, does this make the channel more money? No. Does it make YouTube more money? No, right? It's just another tick in the system, right? Subscribers are a vanity metric. Clicking on sound is a vanity metric as well, right? Clicking on sound is also a vanity metric. Another vanity metric is comments, right? And you'll kind of start noticing here that a lot of metrics that are measured on YouTube, like comments, subscribers, clicking on the sound, remixes, these are all vanity metrics that do not make YouTube money. Now, what metrics actually do make YouTube money? Well, retention is one of them. There's also swipe ratio, right? And there's also average view duration. These are honestly all the metrics you need to understand how YouTube makes money. Oh, and also link the video as well, right? And this is kind of how I've created my trust score. I've been doing this YouTube game for like 8 years now. These are the metrics I've noticed. When I improve these metrics, we make a lot of money doing it, all right? Now, what do we actually do to improve these metrics? Because you can be like, okay, Devin, I understand you got to improve these metrics, but what do we do here to actually make money from it, right? So we have retention, swipe ratio, link the video, and average view duration. Awesome sauce, all right? Let's put this over here. All right. So first, let's go over retention. So YouTube makes money when a person spends time on that video and then buys a product from a Google ad placement. When the Google ad placement has a person who buys a product, the advertisers see it as a good return on their investment and they go back to YouTube to make them more money. All right. So in simple terms, if we make videos that make Google advertisers money, then YouTube makes money. All right. Okay. Awesome. So what retention do we need to make Google advertisers money, which makes YouTube money as well? Getting a 100+% retention is ideal to make advertisers more money. And then this also makes YouTube more money as well, which also makes us money. I hope you guys are getting the picture here. All right. Awesome. Swipe ratio. What do we need our swipe ratio to be to make sure people are making the most amount of money? Ideally, we want our swipe ratio, if in the perfect world, we want to be to 100%, but that is not possible. If you can have an 81.1% plus swipe ratio, this is an ideal place to be to make the, most amount of money. And you'll notice throughout the course of this bootcamp, I'm going to mention all of these multiple times to drill it in your head how important these metrics are, okay? Average view duration. What do we want our average view duration to be? We want our average view duration to be higher than the length of our video. If you guys don't know what these metrics mean, retention is the percentage of someone watching all the way through. Swipe ratio is the swipe rate of people actually staying on your video. Average view duration stands for the average view duration of your video. And LOV stands for the length of your video. All right. Remember these terms. Go rewatch that part again if you need to understand those metrics. This is a very important thing to go over and understand. I will be using R factor as retention, SW as swipe ratio, AVD is average view duration, and LOV is length of video for the remaining of this bootcamp. All right. Because you guys need to understand this is the YouTube masterclass here. So you need to understand how to do this stuff. And lastly, our LOV should be 32 seconds long. Make sure you're uploading 32-second videos, all right? Now, why do we want to hit these metrics, right? So the first thing is, remember, we're always thinking about advertisers here. So there was a study done that showed that advertisers are willing to spend more money on 32-second videos, right? So if we spend more money on if we make 32-second videos, these Google ads will spend more money on us. If more money is spent on our video, then YouTube will push out more of our metrics. For example, like this channel here, it's getting pushed out very drastically because we started uploading 32-second videos. If I go to content and then I go to videos here, my editor will probably have to blur this out a lot. But if I sort here and I actually just go down, you can see that originally we were not uploading 32-second videos. I'm going to have my editor kind of just show these numbers here real quick. You can see this is 43, 20, 35, 34, 39. And these videos were, performing okay. They were performing pretty well. But if we just go up now, to like kind of more recent, you can see that we're getting way higher views here. Let's see if my editor can blur it out. We have 33, 35, 36, 33, 32. So these videos, are performing a lot better because we're getting in that range of 32 seconds. When advertisers see that they're making a return on their investment, they will spend more money on you, which will also increase the amount of views you're getting. All right, awesome. I hope you guys understand that. So remember, again, 32-second videos, ads spend more. When ads spend more, guess what? YouTube makes more as well. And when YouTube makes more, we make more. And when we make more, we also get more views, which is the 48-hour mark that I'm talking about. Awesome. Okay. Same thing for this as well. The reason why we want to have a higher LOV is same thing with the study as well. Advertisers studied and show that if you watch a video longer than the average view duration or the average length of video, then you will actually get pushed up to the algorithm further and advertisers will make more money. All right. So this is pretty much the entire formula I use here for view maximizing, right? And of course, I'm going to go into more in depth about this because this is only day 4 of the view maximizing bootcamp. We still have so many stuff to go over. We're going to be doing this the next 30 days. If you guys haven't looked at the bootcamp yet, there's a free playlist on YouTube where I'm going over every single day more information to maximize your channel, scale from $0 to $10,000 a month, and then $10,000 to $100,000 a month as we are doing across all the channels we were doing right now. As you can see here, we are running a buttload of channels here. We're running a ton of channels and we're getting a ton of views on all these channels as well because we view maximize. So main takeaways, guys, one more time: retention, swipe ratio, average view duration, length of video, maximize them, get the best metrics you can possibly get. 32-second videos makes you the most money. Bada boom, bada bing. Hopefully this was helpful. Subscribe if you thought it was helpful. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, click on the first or second. I don't know. You'll see in the description somewhere to apply to work with me one-on-one. We also got the free Discord link as well. I'll see you guys in day 5. All right, love you guys. All right, peace out.